Hey, I want to take a few minutes today to talk about a very serious topic. Actually, I want to talk about two topics. One that's not as serious and one that's my actual serious main topic. The first not as serious topic, well, I don't know if it's not as serious. Someone died. But the first thing I want to talk about is I know a lot of people are aware that Wilford Brimley passed away yesterday. And I just want to point out that at the very moment that I saw on TV, the little scroll at the bottom that said Wilford Brimley has passed away at the age of blah, blah, blah. At that very moment, I was like, oh man, Wilford Brimley just passed away. My doorbell rings. I go out. It is my Wilford Brimley diabetes shirt. Now, some of you might say coincidence. And to those people, I will say, oh yeah, probably. But I like to think that it is something more preordained. I like to believe that I have now been passed on the spirit of diabetes and it will live on in me. And I'll probably lose a foot in the next few years to prove it. But having said that, I want to move on to my main topic here, and that is Garrett Foster. For those of you who are not aware, Garrett Foster is the gentleman at the Austin protest who was shot by a motorist and then lost his life. He then passed away. Well, I just want to point out to people that this is a no-win situation. There's no winners here. No one won, and everybody loses. So you can't look at every situation like, woohoo, one person won, or the good guy won, or the bad guy won. In this situation, there were two good guys, and neither of them won. And I'll say that because Garrett Foster was a patriot, a true American, in my opinion. He is a veteran, and I know a lot of you out there like to say you support veterans, but most of you just like to say that. You would die before you'd give $1 to a veteran on a corner, or, you shit on one every chance you get if they don't agree with everything you think. So most of that's just lip service. But like I said, I want to point out he's a veteran. He's pro-gun. He's a libertarian. He's pro-Constitution. He was out exercising his Second Amendment right and his First Amendment right while supporting another group of people exercising their First Amendment right, even though the cause they're fighting for has no direct effect on him. To me, that's a true fucking patriot. Yet some people in the gun community, some of the little small-minded hypocrites, have found this to be an opportunity to make memes mocking Foster, like, haha, Darwin Award, or this is what you get when you're a white terrorist, or this is what you get when you support BLM, and all this other garbage. And to those people, I just want to say, fuck you. You are a worthless piece of shit that isn't even worth scraping off the bottom of somebody's shoe. And as far as I'm concerned, you ain't worth spit compared to a guy like Garrett Foster. So fuck you. The gentleman who actually shot Foster, whose name I'm not going to say because he's just a gentleman who found himself in a bad situation. He's also a veteran. He's actually a currently serving soldier who was out just trying to make some extra money as a rideshare driver. And found himself in an impossible situation, made a decision in the moment, and later that decision became something he seems to regret now based on his statements through his attorneys. And I understand that regret. He was totally justified in the moment making the decision he made, and legally justified, but in hindsight, he wishes he hadn't have made the same decision, or even been there at all. And I understand that, and I'm not going to condemn him. He did what was right in the moment from his perspective. And so did Garrett Foster. Garrett Foster made some mistakes, though. You don't motion someone to roll their window down with your rifle. That's not a good idea. But I don't think he even thought this was a situation that was going to warrant any violence. So like I said, no winners here. Only losers. One of them lost a little more than the other, but one of them's got to live for the rest of his life with the decision. Even though he was right, like I said, and that doesn't make it to where you don't feel guilt over something. If you misread something and you did something you regret later, you're still going to feel that guilt. And I hope he can cope with that in a proper manner. And I hope he gets help in coping with that in a proper manner. But like I said, to these people who want to make the memes mocking mocking Foster, you're a piece of shit, and you ain't worth the dirt off his boots, as far as I'm concerned. And I want to tell you right now, you can fuck off, as far as my channel is concerned. You've really got two choices. You can be the person who engages in this kind of bullshit and then goes, man, what am I doing? This is garbage. Why am I doing this? Maybe I need to look at myself and decide, why would I fucking take jollies in someone losing their life doing what he was doing? A true patriot losing his life. Even if I disagree with the cause, he was doing what was absolutely right. And why am I finding some reason to snicker because he lost his life? If you say that, maybe you can decide what's wrong with yourself and change. And that's a positive thing. Or, second choice, you can just keep being a pathetic piece of shit. And if you want to continue being a pathetic piece of shit, get off my channel. Now, if you're someone who's going to get mad and get offended by this, well, then you know I'm talking to you. You know you're that worthless piece of shit I'm referring to. So here, do yourself a favor. Don't stand up and yell, I'm that worthless piece of shit and I'm unsubbing because I'm mad. You're just hurting yourself. You're just making yourself look worse. Just quietly fade into the sunset because I hate to break it to you, no one here will miss you. The adults don't have time for your bullshit. This isn't a channel that's set up to get more subs or make more money or get endorsements or, be big and famous on YouTube. That's not what this channel is about, and people who have been here long enough know that. And no one here will miss you. We're a community of people who come together with a common interest in freedom and the American way and the Constitution, and we come together and share our hobbies here, and we try to discuss what is the right thing to do, and there ain't nothing right about this kind of bullshit, making fun of a true American who loses his life, like I said, while using his First Amendment and his Second Amendment to defend other people's First Amendment right. Like I say, he's worth $1 billion of you if you're the type of person that does that. So like I said, if you're offended right now, well then that means you're the person I'm talking to or you're one of the people I'm talking to. Do yourself a favor, don't tell everyone, just go away. That kind of bullshit might fly over on the other pathetic fucking man-baby channels like James Yeager, where he posts posts memes of the St. Louis couple and says, fuck them, they're Democrats, send them to jail. Here we honor the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, and all the rest of the Constitution. And if you can't understand that, if you're too immature or too hypocritical to understand that, just go away. Because like I said, you're not welcome here. Don't need you on my channel. And I'm sure a lot of other people feel the same about you. Because I find it hard to believe that even any more than the smallest percentage of the assholes in the gun community, the assholes make up a small percentage of the gun community. Here's the gun community, here's the assholes, and I can't even imagine, but it's like just a tiny percentage of even the assholes who think this kind of thing is okay. So if you're one of them that likes this kind of shit or is making comments about Garrett Foster in my comments section that are negative or mocking, well then you're banned. And don't ask me, why did I get banned? That's why you got banned. If you know you did that, you're gone. And don't ask me to bring you back because I ain't gonna. Unless, of course, you can admit what you did was wrong, then we'll talk. But if you're doing that kind of shit, just realize you're fucking pathetic. And 2, realize no one cares if you leave. And 3, just go because I don't have time for you. I don't want you here. Nobody likes you. Just go the fuck away. Hey, this is the Yankee Marshal just reminding everyone out there that if you disagree with anything I say in any one of my videos, be it something political or tactical, I am going to give you the opportunity to come talk to me face to face instead of just having to put stuff in comment sections where someone might not even read them. You can come in one of my live chats and tell me off in person. You just have to send an email to shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com, and in the subject line of that video put slap the yank, and then I will get back with you and set up a time where you can come in one of the live chats and tell me off face to face.